Just some years ago, he was one of the best players in the world, strong, sharp, and with a great sense for goal. However, after his move to Manchester United, which was supposed to be the best moment of his career, things didn't go as planned, and he never gained his sparkle back. But people seem to have forgotten just how good he really was, and today we'll take a look at Alexis Sanchez's career. Alexis had always been praised by the people who knew him as a very talented kid with two magic feet. Born in Tocopilla, a poor city in Chile, his chances of becoming a professional footballer would be nearly impossible. However, his school teacher, who was aware of his talent, made his best to secure him a chance of playing for Cobreloa. It wouldn't take long for Sanchez to show how good he was. Quickly, he was promoted to the senior team, and after playing his first professional game in February, his first goal would come just a month later on 18th of March 2005. He was also one of the youngest players to ever play a Copa Libertadores game, aged only 16. The Chilean's impressive season caught the attention of Udinese, who bought Sanchez in 2006, but due to his young age, decided to take him on loan for 2 years. In the first year, Sanchez was sent out to Colo-Colo, where he scored his first goal for the team in the Chilean derby against Universidad de Chile, the biggest rivalry in Chilean football. After winning the Chilean title with Colo-Colo, the next club he joined on loan was River Plate. There he was managed by none other than Diego Simeone, who was in the first years of his managerial career. El Niño Maravilla scored 4 goals in 31 appearances in Argentina before finally stepping into European football. The 2008 to 2009 season would be Sanchez's first in one of the most competitive leagues in the world, the Serie A. That year would not only bring his debut in Italy, but also in European Cups, as he played for the first time in the UEFA Cup. Alexis's first year in Italy would be a difficult one. He was still young and was not familiar with a foreign league. He would finish the season with 3 goals and 2 assists. However, Sanchez was a very determined guy. He may have failed to impress in his first season, but he wasn't going to give up. He found a very supportive friend in Udinese, the club legend Toto Di Natale, who has praised Sanchez as the best player he has ever played with. The following season would be different. Now Alexis was finally settling in the team. His game started to become more consistent, and he finished the season with 6 goals and 6 assists. In the league, Udinese disappointed as they finished 15th. However, they impressed in Coppa Italia, beating AC Milan to reach the semi-finals, where they were defeated by Roma. Sanchez would score Udinese's only goal in both legs, and Roma advanced on a 2-1 aggregate. Alexis had become a crucial element of the team, and he was working hard to improve even more. The 2010 to 2011 season would be the Chilean's best season in the Serie A. His partnership with Di Natale produced 39 goals in the league, where Sanchez netted 12 goals and produced 10 assists. Alexis and Toto were the best players of the team, and they were exceptional, leading Udinese to a 4th place in the Serie A. Handanovic, Benassia, Inler, and Cuadrado were some of the other stars that helped the team secure the UEFA Champions League playoffs. In this breakthrough season, Sanchez's qualities were finally being noticed. He demonstrated his versatility and agility, as well as his great ability to score, make key passes, and dribble past defenders. He was also voted as the most promising youngster of the season, competing against the likes of Gareth Bale and Neymar. His amazing season wasn't left unnoticed. In the summer of 2011, Alexis Sanchez was signed by Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. It was the move of his career. The young boy from Tocopilla now joining the likes of Messi, Xavi, and Iniesta, playing for the current European champions and, of course, the most terrifying team of those times. Alexis Sanchez's Barcelona campaign began with immediate silverware. Barcelona won the Supercopa de España, but he suffered an injury from a challenge by Marcelo. However, 2 weeks later, he played as a substitute in the UEFA Super Cup, which the Blaugrana won, adding a second title to his trophy cabinet. Although his first season with Barcelona found him recovering through injuries and not being at his best consistency, he had some magical moments. In December, the El Clasico against Real Madrid. Back then, it was the most important game of the season, and the whole world watched it. Sanchez also scored his first Champions League goals during the season, a brace against Bayern Leverkusen. By the end of the year, Barcelona also won the Copa del Rey, and Sanchez finished his first year with 14 goals and 7 assists. In the next season, Barcelona would finish the season as La Liga champions. However, they lost the semi-finals of both Copa del Rey and Champions League. This would be Sanchez's first major league title, and during all competitions, he contributed with a total of 11 goals and 14 assists. The 2013 to 2014 season would be Sanchez's best with the Blaugrana shirt. Now, a more experienced player, he showed his class, creativity, and how good his goal-scoring ability can be. It was in this season that Sanchez truly excelled on the big stage, marking himself as a strong and quick player. In this season, Alexis scored one of the most beautiful goals of his career, and it was in another El Clasico. He picked up a pass from Neymar, dribbled Varane, and scored with an outside-the-box chip shot to completely devastate Real Madrid. Barcelona did not manage to win the title again. They finished as runners-up, despite the title race not being over until their last game against Atletico, who went on to win La Liga. Barcelona needed a win. However, despite Sanchez scoring a wonderful goal to give them the lead, Atletico scored and managed to keep the result as a draw and were crowned champions. Alexis scored 21 times and gave 16 assists across all competitions and won another Supercopa de España. With the arrival of Neymar in 2013, Sanchez's days seemed destined to be over in the Camp Nou. The offers weren't missing, and he decided to join Arsenal in the summer, the club where he would deliver the best moments of his career. Things started in the best way possible. In his first competitive appearance, Arsenal won against Manchester City in the Community Shield final. On his Premier League debut, he delivered an assist, and he would score his first goal for the club in the second leg of the UEFA Champions League qualifying round against Besiktas. From there on out, the goals and great performances kept coming. Sanchez was fitting in very well. He kept scoring, assisting, and showing hunger and a fighting spirit for the team. Wenger himself has praised Sanchez's game countless times, and the fans fell in love with the Chilean. Thierry Henry also commented that Alexis Sanchez was the best signing of Arsenal in their last 6 years. In the FA Cup, after beating Manchester United, Arsenal were set against Reading in the semi-finals, a game in which Alexis scored twice to secure the win. In the final against Aston Villa, after setting up Walcott's first goal with a header, Sanchez scored the second with a powerful long-distance shot, and the match ended 4-0. The Chilean finished the season with 25 goals and 12 assists. He was named as the PFA Fans Player of the Year, and he was also a part of that year's Premier League Team of the Season. The next season started with Sanchez being awarded as their Player of the Year, and the Gunners winning another Community Shield against Chelsea. After a remarkable season, the expectations were over the roof for the Chilean. In September, he scored his first hat-trick for Arsenal, and back then, becoming the first player to do so in the Premier League, Serie A, and La Liga. Arsenal were the favorites to win the title that year. However, that was the season in which the Leicester City miracle happened, with Arsenal finishing second, their highest finish in 11 years. In his third season for Arsenal, Alexis Sanchez reached the peak of his ability, being an absolute beast. He reached his career high, scoring 30 goals and delivering 18 assists, and was monumental on their success to another FA Cup title. He scored the winner in the semi-finals against Guardiola's Man City, and in the final against Chelsea, he scored again, helping the Gunners to another success, while also being named as man of the match. However, there had been many transfer rumors, speculating that Sanchez wanted to leave Arsenal to play more in the Champions League and to have better chances of winning the league title. On deadline day, his move to Manchester City was cancelled, and from there on out, everything started to collapse for the Chilean. Everyone knew he wanted to leave, and it seemed like Sanchez wouldn't appreciate the Emirates Stadium the same. The relationships inside the club started falling out, resulting in old friendships breaking down. In the January transfer window, he was famously transferred to Manchester United. Sanchez was welcomed as a hero in Old Trafford. He was given the Red Devils' legendary number 7 and was expected to become a vital part of the team. However, Sanchez never really settled in Manchester. Some say karma got the better of him after becoming selfish and far too arrogant. Some say it was United's system that kept failing stars, like Falcao or Di Maria. The Chilean himself has admitted that from the first training session at United, he felt that something wasn't right. No matter how you see it, Sanchez's time in Old Trafford was a huge disappointment. He only scored 5 times in his 45 appearances, and after a year and a half, he was loaned out to Inter, making a return to Italy, reuniting with one of the few friends he had in Manchester, Romelu Lukaku. Even though he had lost his brilliance from the Arsenal days, Alexis played quite well for Inter. He wasn't bagging up goals like we were used to seeing him, but he brought maturity and experience into the team. Although he was mostly used as a Antonio Conte in the 20-21 season, a trophy that the Nerazzurri hadn't won since the famous treble. He also won the Coppa Italia the next season, and the Supercoppa, a game in which he scored in the last seconds of extra time to give Inter the win just moments before the penalty shootout was about to begin. In total, he registered 20 goals and 23 assists in his 3 seasons, and in the summer of 2022, he signed for Olympique de Marseille in France, where he is currently playing. The 34-year-old has had a very positive first year in Ligue 1 so far. His contract expires by the end of the season, but we all hope for an extension, because it seems he still has a lot to give, having netted 16 goals so far. He converted a penalty to give Marseille the lead against PSG in the round of 16 in Coupe de France, a game which they won. In the quarterfinals, the match proceeded to go on penalties, where Sanchez scored his. However, Marseille lost the shootout, missing on the chance to get their hands on silverware this season. On an international level, Alexis Sanchez is one of Chile's best ever players and is currently the top scorer and their joint most capped player along with Gary Medel. His 51 goals in 153 appearances have made him a true icon of his country. His best national moments are undoubtedly the back-to-back Copa Americas that Chile won. In the 2015 final against Argentina, Alexis converted the winning penalty as Chile won on the shootout with a Panenka. In the 2016 Centenario edition, Sanchez led Chile to another final, registering 3 goals and 2 assists in the meantime. In the final, Chile repeated the win on penalties against Argentina, and Sanchez was awarded the Golden Ball as the best player of the tournament. The little boy from Topocilla, nicknamed El Niño Maravilla, helped his nation bring happiness to their people and became one of Chile's most influential figures. Even though he has been in the shadows these past years, Alexis Sanchez was once one of the best players in the world. He probably made the wrong move to United, which led to him losing his spark. However, he has given a lot to the game and deserves to be remembered as a legend.